If he can send the maniac of the Gerasenes, the guy that was cutting himself in the graveyard that we talked about on Sunday, if he can send him to declare the kingdom of God to 10 cities, he can use you and I to multiply his gospel throughout. I want to make sure in our minds, we need to think about how the gospel is growing in us. At first, the gospel might have been a selfish gospel. When I first received Jesus, I didn't want to go to hell. It was a pretty selfish gospel. It was my ticket to heaven, and I didn't really care about you. I just knew I didn't want to go to hell, right? How many of you can relate to that? That was kind of your first level gospel. Then it got to be like, oh, well, I don't use this word, but I could see people converted, or I could see others get saved, right? And I began to share the gospel some. But then as I grew more, it was like, no, I don't want to just see people come receive the selfish gospel. I want to see them receive the gospel in such a way that they pass it on, and they pass it on. Every time we share the gospel, there's something unbelievable that happens in my heart and probably in your heart, is that each time we give it away, it actually increases in us. It actually increases in us as we give it away. It reminds us that this is God's work. He's possibly going to bring this person from spiritual death to life, just like he did for me. I remind myself of that. It's kind of like sitting with my wife at a wedding. It's like, I don't have to do anything. She's just going to feel the feels when they get to the vows part, right? And when I get to the gospel going out, I feel the feels with Jesus. It's like, Jesus, you did that. I'm alive because of completely your work, and I'm expressing that to this other person. And instead of the gospel depleting in me when I give it away, it actually increases in me. And if that person receives it, they get all the gospel in them.